there, fans. Welcome to another project update. As usual, we're going to go ahead and bring to you all of our accomplishments from the previous month that we're currently in. So this would be, May's project update. Let's go ahead and get into the agenda. As we normally do, we tell you the things that we completed in the prior month. We tell you what's ongoing and what's coming up next. And then obviously in the special topics, we've got a bunch of different things that we'll go ahead and talk about. So let's jump right into it. So what we completed in the month of May, we completed scene 11.2, scene 11.3, and scene 11.1b. Now, as far as scene 11.2 and 11.3, they've been smoothed out completely. I also went ahead and did the special effects for them. So those have already been taken care of. Neil finished scene 11.1b. I haven't gone through to smooth it yet. Currently working on a different part of scene 9. So we'll get into that a little bit later in the next segment, right? Let's see. Score for scene 8 was obviously completed. We went ahead and uploaded that. Scene 8 was uploaded last month. We'll get into that in our special topics. Let's see. And then we had a couple of new character designs that we completed, and we'll talk about that in the special topics as well. What's ongoing? So currently, scene 11.8b, Vicky's still working through it. She told me the other day she had about 2/3 of it completed, so that's good news. Think she'll be able to, excuse me, she just sent me an email yesterday that she was completed with the scene. And so she took care of that. So we'll push that towards June's accomplishment. But we went ahead and I think I gave her another scene to work on yesterday. So I'll get into that on the next front. Score for scene 9 is being worked on. Nolan and James are already working on it. They're prepping it. Once it's done, they'll go ahead and go to the studio, finalize it, bounce it or balance it. Again, I don't know the terms. And then they'll send it over to Mike, and Mike will finish editing it and putting it together for YouTube upload. We'll go ahead and get into when we upload that in the special topics as well. And here's part of what I wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys about. So last month I came to you guys and I told you that Jonathan was working on scene 9B. He's been working on it since December, end of December. Let's just say January. And I thought he did such a phenomenal job with the chase scene between the Xanthium and the Steel Stalker. I figured he could do, the same type of thing. Magic would hit twice because, again, that was all creatively on him. He's so talented. He has a way of looking at things and making it better. A lot of our models, he took them and improved on them. So he's really a awesome talent to have on the team. But unfortunately, he ran into some issues once again with his computer. I'm not really sure of the details, what took place. Apparently a lot of files were lost on his hard drive, and scene 9B was one of those particular files. So I have to now come in and switch gears and take care of it, which I've been doing. I want to get it done by the end of this week. I don't want to go past that because Nolan and James need about a week to do their thing, and then Mike needs some time as well, right? Balancing work and this project. So I'm trying to rush as much as I can to finish it up by the end of this week. It's very, very tricky. I'm not used to doing these types of scenes. The trick is to the rate of speed that they're going at to try and make it look fast, and then smoothing things out, the way a plane moves to make it look natural. It's really hard. So I've actually been working on it all day today, from 7 a.m. that I got up. But anyhow. So that's what's ongoing, right? So what's next? All right, so let's take a look here. Scene 11.1b. Again, I already talked to you guys. Once I'm done with scene 9b, I'll go ahead and smooth that sucker out. Scene 11.4, gave it over to Vicky. Once Nolan and James are done, they'll head on over to working on the score for scene 10. And then Neil has started scene 11.11. Those are between scene 11.4 and 11.11. They're pretty quick. They're about 30-second scenes, give or take. We could probably condense it a little bit more. Actually, I think 11.4 is about a minute, but off-timed, right? The timing's not there. So I'm sure once it gets timed properly, it'll probably be about 50 seconds maybe or less. Who knows? Anyhow, On to the special topics. So scene 8 was uploaded. Phenomenal scene. Weird thing about scene 8 that I've noticed, it's gotten more views than scene 4 and 5, 6, and 7, which was released the month prior. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Not sure how that logically makes sense. Hopefully, folks are watching these scenes in chronological order. There was someone that reached out to me that, uh, because of the language barrier, there was some confusion between what a clip was and what a scene was. So he was kind of getting them out of order and didn't really know or understand the flow of things. So he reached out and we communicated for a little bit. It was a little difficult communication at the beginning, but finally understood what was what, and he was able to determine the difference between a clip and a scene. And once he made that connection, he was pretty satisfied, pretty amazed. Has become a big fan of the project. So yeah, those types of things are. I appreciate it when people reach out and ask for clarification. That's always good with these types of things. But going back to scene 8, phenomenal scene. We get to hear a little bit of backstory. Springer, how he became a triple changer. It's the first time the new Autobots, Springer and Rodimus, are meeting some of the old Prime team, RC, Wheeljack, and Bumblebee. Excuse me, not Bumblebee. I'm sorry. Bulkhead. It's Bulkhead, Wheeljack, and RC that get in there. They reunite with Fowler. Fowler sees them again. We get to see how the Autobots get their vehicle modes, right? Fowler says they've been working on, or their mask division has been working on mixing Earth and Autobot technology. So it was a pretty cool scene. Gave us some backstory to these new characters and how they came to be. As far as new characters go, so we revealed 2 new characters. We kind of touched on in the last project update. One of them was the Insecticon. For the sequel film, again, sequel film is going to be called Dinobots Unleashed. We went ahead and released a character sheet of the Insecticon. We've released in prior updates, we released Black Arachnia and Arachnid. So it's only fitting that we would have an Insecticon to kind of join the Arachnids, right? The other character that we revealed was Predacon Windraiser. So I think the month before we showed Predacon Twin Strike, and in this particular case we went ahead and did Windraiser, right? Again, we're taking a lot of inspiration from the I think they were called the Cyberverse action figures, like little mini action figures of the Transformers Prime. I think my middle son Kevin and the twins, I think I bought each and every one of them for them, so they had the entire collection. Anyhow, so we're taking a lot of inspiration from those characters or those designs and creating new characters for the sequel film. So that's that. We'll have some more characters later on down the road. Right now, we've got some more pressing things that we've got to focus in on. So you probably won't see one for a while, but rest assured, we are working on it. Let's see. Next character bio is going to be Bumblebee. I did mention that before, but again, due to trying to get things done, there were some personal matters. The boys were they were in their last couple of weeks of school, and in May they had to do homework till like 8, 9 p.m. at night. I had to help them and obviously cooking for them and making sure that they ate and all this stuff. It got pretty intense there in the month of May, so I wasn't able to do a Bumblebee bio, but I will be doing that. Once I'm done with scene 9B, I'll go ahead and take care of that and upload that. So look for that around mid-month. I did do an action figure review. I did record it for ERD RC action figure. I don't know if you guys can see her, but she's posed right here. Awesome figure. I love it. Hope to see more of them. I hope they'll be in scale. I doubt that they will. But anyhow, I did do the review. I just haven't compiled it. So look for that again once scene 9B is done. And then I do plan on doing mid-month again a special Q&A section. I get numerous amounts of questions, and it's the same questions over and over again. And these are questions that I either A, address on a monthly basis, or B, I've addressed during our live session feed, which is a while back ago. So pretty unrealistic on my part for someone who's brand new coming into the fandom of our project to go way back and look at all. And I mean, and they were hour-long sessions, I remember. So that's unrealistic. So what I want to do is I want to tackle all the questions, the multitude of questions that I get continuously. Like, is this going to be rendered? When's it coming out? Is this character going to be on there? So on and so forth. So I've already made a list of all the different questions that I get repeatedly. So I'm going to do one video Q&A, and anybody that's new that comes in, I'll go ahead and link them to that. If you have anybody that's new that you guys talk to, that'll be there so they can have all their answers questioned in one video as opposed to having to weed through it. All right, so the last thing that I have as far as special topics is Smokescreen's car design. I know, for instance, Bumblebee is modeled after the Chevy Camaro, right? Even though, I mean, it's inspired by the Camaro, right? I think Cliff Jumper is Dodge Challenger. I think Knockout might be a Jaguar. I'm not 100% sure, but I have no idea what Smokescreen is. I mean, there's a lot of sports cars that look really similar. If anybody can do me a favor and drop in the comments what you guys think Smokescreen's car was modeled after or inspired from, it would really help me out. We've got some new characters again that are coming in the sequel films, and I just want to make sure that that none of our artists take that same car or something that's really similar to it to create a new character. So appreciate the help. Guys, that's pretty much it. That's all I have for you guys. Hope you guys found this informative. Continue to stick with us. We're still trucking. One last thing that I did want to mention before I let you guys go is the next scene. We will be uploading the next scene on the last Saturday of this month due to, again, everything that's happened with Jonathan and the reshifting. So the last Saturday of the month is when we're going to go ahead and release that. Apologies that it's taken so long between the one that we released before and this one, but unfortunately things happen and we just have to adjust and go with it. Again, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Till next time, till all are one. Bye-bye.